Hey, what's up guys, Extremity, and today I'm back with another mock video. Woo, 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 woo. Alright, that was kind of weird. So I have my fourth, mock for my custom series Heroes, which once again won't come out for a while, but I'm just gonna post videos of the mocks because they're already made, and I'm probably gonna break them. Well, not on purpose, but they're gonna fall apart. I know it's just gonna break apart, so I'm just gonna make them now while they're still intact. So here is my fourth set. It's Ryan's Surge Mech, and I didn't really know what to call it because his superhero name is Surge, but it's a Surge Mech, so it's would you consider it Surge's Surge Mech, or would you consider it Ryan? Because Ryan is the superhero's real name, Ryan Surge Mech. So I just considered it Ryan Surge Mech. So I'm gonna show you that. I'll do the build, then the minifigures, and then I'll just round it all off. Here's the Surge Mech. I will go over it first. Kind of took me a while because even though I love mechs, I'm not the best with creating them. I can't do it. If I'm okay, I'll build it and it'll take a week, I'll probably take a week and 1 second. So that's my problem. Okay, let me review the mech first, and then I'll get into the 3 minifigures. And yeah, here's the mech. I will review it from bottom to top. Not top to bottom. I know people usually do top to bottom, but I'm going bottom to top. So, starting with the feet, there's, I don't know the name of the connectors. They're not the ball joint connectors, but they're the other kind, and the other kind are the kind I hate. So, you can move the foot basically 360, but that looks unnatural if you have the back of the foot in front. But, it's just supposed to look like you could bend it a little. It's also good for articulation. You could also just move it upwards, but that also looks kind of unnatural if your top of your, or the end of your foot is touching your kneecap. That would look pretty weird. But you're able to do it, because why? Because it's, 1, it's Lego, and 2, it's a mech, so it's not a real person. There's a blue pattern with this translucent blue piece. Then there's these translucent blue big cylinder pieces in the back. Like I said, there's ball joints up here, so you could 360. And the other 2 things, once again, that kind of looks unnatural, but still it's a mech, so it doesn't really matter. The bottom is just black with a little bit of blue. And then we get to the cockpit. The cockpit, this main body, not the legs or the arms, was probably what I had the most difficult time with, because I'm just not good at building actual bodies. I'm good at creating the arms and the legs, but then once it comes to the actual body, I procrastinate, and I suck, basically. So, you could lift up the clear cockpit piece. That was kind of a tongue twister. And then you could lower this to get inside. And basically, how it works is you just put him in on this half, tile, half stud, tile piece thingy-majigger. You just put him in. You actually don't need to take out the sword. I know I just took it out, and I was just saying you don't have to. But actually, as long as you put it, because there's 2 slots for the sword, as long as you put it in the top one, he's fine to go. And you don't need to just put it off to the side. And he could wear it while he's in the mech. Then you just lower it, take him out, and then close it back up, and boom. Now he's not in the mech. There's not really any controls here. There's just 2 tiles, but I decided it would look weird if it was completely flat, and if I had a tile there, it'd be too bulgy in a way. So I just kind of added that. It's an artistic choice, okay? So, get off my back, haters. There's these shoulder pads that are really nice. I love shoulder pads, or at least just on mechs. They have ball joints to like use for articulation. Then in the arms, once again, ball joints. There's blue tiles, blue translucent tiles. Then there's slope pieced. Once again, ball joint, because why wouldn't there be? And then the arms are actually really cool. So they use just the normal mech fingers, which is like these pieces. Not really sure if they have a name, but these are usually used on mechs. But the cool part is that there's this blade I had from a Bionicle figure. So if you have one of these figures, you could just go boom, and he's dead. So I was just like, man, I really want to use those like blade pieces, but I don't know what to use them on. And I was like, you know what? I'll add them to the mech. And it actually looks pretty dope. So there's nothing on the back, really. There's just these two translucent pieces, and then there's two little windshield pieces right there. And that is it. The top is pretty flat, so that's probably the bad part about the mech. Like, the top is just weird. But other than that, it looks pretty solid for a build. I wasn't really looking at it through the camera, so it might have been like, I might have been reviewing it over here. I was like looking at it in person. I wasn't looking if it was actually in the camera view. But let's hope it was, because I don't really feel like redoing this whole segment. And one last thing to add, on the bottom, there's these little translucent blue windshield pieces, which you could pretend, and also they will be, I don't know if it's the right term, but rocket boosters, like, just like, not rocket boots, just like boosters, so he could, kind of like fly, not completely, but like, if he's gonna jump, it like sort of launches him more than he should be launched. If that made any sense at all, please leave a dislike on the video. So that was the mech. I'm gonna get into the 3 minifigures, and then I'll just give my overall thoughts of what I really liked and maybe the 1 or 2 things I didn't like. Here are the 3 minifigures. There's 2 elite robots. I'm calling them elite robots, and you'll see why. And then there's the superhero. So I will go through the superhero first, and then I'll go into the 2 robots. So starting off, we have the superhero of the set. Real name's Ryan. Superhero name is Surge, as I said in the beginning of the video. He has Kai's spiky hair from like the season 1 through 7. He doesn't use the newer hair. Then the face is just Spider-Man's or Ant-Man's or Max's hair. I mean face from well, both are Marvel, and then Max is from DC, the Wonder Woman set. But he just uses that face. He has a little smirk right there. If you could see it better with the face mask turned that way. Or the other side is more like surprised look. So I don't know why I said it like that. Then he has the blue face mask. Then he has armor with the shoulder pad. And then he has a piece to like have his sword in there. And you just could take it out, plop it in his hand, and then just like put it back whenever you're not using it. The chest piece is from Quicksilver from Age of Ultron. Then finally, his legs are Garmadons from the Ninjago movie. And basically, that's the figure. There's nothing left to it. The only bad thing is that the face is right there. The mouth is right there. So as long as you like don't show that side, I guess he's fine. But other than that, I think he looks pretty cool. Let's move on to the 2 elite robots. So both robots are this exact same figure. They have the exact same, like, build and everything. There's nothing different about them. So I'm just going to show you one of them. They have the Season 3 rebooted Nindroid helmet and face. And then the body is from General Cryptors. The reason why they're elite in quotations, because they're not really that elite, they just have a jetpack to use. So instead of just giving two minor, like, peasant-like robots, I decided I'd give two of them jetpacks, or, well, there's going to be more in the actual series, but two in the MOC that are going to have jetpacks, and so he would actually have somewhat of a villain to fight in his mech, because if they were just normal robots, he'd probably kill them in a second. So that's a figure. There's nothing really else. You can't see the back print because there's this really chunky jetpack piece, but it works. And that was the figures. I'll move on to what I dislike and I like about my MOC. And then, yeah. Here is the complete MOC. I keep wanting to call it a set, but it's not really a set. And I don't know if some people are like, oh, I didn't know Lego released this. I want this. Hopefully not. I'm sorry if you actually think it's a set. Because I know I think I called it like a set a few times in this video instead of a MOC. But it's a MOC. So, this is the entire thing. And if I were to say something I dislike about it is probably the legs. I made them like basically completely gray. And I feel like it would have been better if they were black. But the ball joint pieces I had were both gray. These pieces that I had were gray. And I was like, it would look weird if there was just random gray pieces, so let me just make the entire leg gray with a little bit of blue. But honestly, this is my favorite MOC that I've made for this Heroes series. Not my favorite MOC ever that I've built, just for the series, it's my favorite. So there is going to be one more MOC review, and that'll be like the final set in quotations. Once again, it's not really a real set. But, I'll review that, and then I will kind of be done with Heroes until I actually film the first episode, or I film all of it, because I'm still deciding whether I want to do, like, a teaser trailer using clips from the first episode, or film everything and make a really cool trailer, and I'm able to, like, show, like, and, or, like, tease little clips from different episodes and stuff. But, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but just know that I'm going to be kind of done with Heroes on my channel until I actually film the thing. So, that was the entire set. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a dislike. You know, YouTube sometimes, subscribes you to channels, so make sure to hit that unsubscribe button. And, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to do. I'm not really good at outros, but, hope you enjoyed, and anyway, see ya.